Barnes's case, the upcoming Brianne Dressen case, all the good cases so far, that the legal precedents that we have and will have. Where are we stepwise on a path towards total and permanent destruction, not just piercing the veil, but total and permanent destruction of the liability shield? Where are we? And do you think that we can get it torn down in time?
Jan, there's no question I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if I wasn't naively optimistic that not only can we do it, but we will do it with actually a relatively remarkable ease. The fact of the matter is, here's my view. My view is, to remove that statutory protection, we actually have to revoke the 86 Act and we have to revoke the PrEP Act. Both of those were done because of coercive actions taken by the United States government against the United States citizens, and as such, all of them need to be repealed. And so, number one, we need to be articulating that message to our candidates who are standing for election. We need to make it abundantly clear that we are not going to settle for a half-assed approach to removing these liability shields. They have to be taken entirely apart. So we are going to be able to do that. But the way to do that, remember, and I hate to use this as a great reference, but it is the best reference we have. The mob was disassembled through the tax code. The pharmaceutical monopoly will be disassembled through two things. One, it's going to be through the Antitrust and Sherman Act, and it will also be taken apart by virtue of the fact that the minute we actually have the liability shield dropped, every trust fund, hedge fund, owner of every publicly traded equity in the pharmaceutical space is going to run like crazy when they find out that they are no longer shielded by this thing. I have said, and by the way, I said this to RFK back in the fall and winter of 2020. I said, if you want to actually be serious about ending this thing, we could actually invalidate Pfizer's patents, short them, and destroy them in the public equity market. And because that was seen as too complicated, he said that he didn't want to participate in that activity. My point is a really simple one. If you want to kill this thing once and for all, you make it abundantly clear that to kill it, you have to make sure that the antitrust behaviors are ended, no different than they did with telecommunications, no different than they did with railroads, no different than they did with any of the other antitrust cases in U.S. history. We need to end that from the antitrust case, and we need to eviscerate the public equities that have actually enriched themselves on the back of killing humanity. And those two things have to be done, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm continuing to press on, and we will continue to prevail. And this win today helped get us a lot closer.
Should companies like Pfizer and Moderna even have shareholders?
They're going to be liquidated and dissolved when I'm done with them.
I would be more than happy to make it abundantly clear that they do not have the cash on hand nor the shareholders on hand to pay for the liabilities that I fully intend to bring to their doorstep. So the great news is, I don't think that if we work together collectively, I don't think there would be a Pfizer 3 years from now.